A dangerous one, though.
Yeah, but that's crazy, yeah.
When I was in the 8th grade, it was a snowy night, and I was playing basketball for St. Michael CYL, and like an idiot, I had a basketball with me. There was 3 feet of fucking snow, but I took a basketball with me to the gym, even though the gym had a bunch of balls there. So I played, and I went back on Kennedy Boulevard, and there was no buses. And some guy just pulled up, and he goes, "You going up?" And I'm like, "Yeah." You know, I was 13. I didn't even know about that world. And I sit in the car, and all of a sudden, by my fucking house, coming up, I had the ball between my legs. And he goes, "Hey, that's a nice ball." And he touched my fucking dick. But I was at the light already, and I looked at him, and I didn't know what to do. And all of a sudden, it was like, there you go. It was God was right there. The fucking door opened on the car. Just open. I didn't even have to touch it or nothing. Just open, and I go, "Here is one. I'll give you a ride down the hill." And I just ran out of there and ran down the hill. And he chased me a little bit, but I went into Schützen Park. There's a little German facility there, and cut through. And that was the only time ever. I've never been around it. That's why when I hear about it, I tense up, because it's something that I can't comprehend it.
No.
It's
I don't
terrifying.
fucking understand it.
I dodged the bullet twice.
Yeah.
Once when I was about 7 or 8, I used to go to the library by myself. And I was always into like monster movies and shit. You know, every time since I was a little kid, I was into like vampires and werewolves and shit like that. Just thought those were fun. And you know, my parents just got divorced, so I just was looking for some sort of an escape. All of a sudden, we were living in San Francisco, walking through this library, looking at all these monster books, and some guy goes, "You know, I got a lot of other monster books." And I'm like, "Yeah?" And he goes, Yeah, I got them in my car. Do you want to see them? And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I start walking out with this guy, and the librarian screams. I was at the library all the time, so the librarian knew my name. She goes, "Joseph."
How old were you?
No more than 8.
Wow.
I don't think I was any more than 8. I think I was either 7 or 8. The librarian screaming, Joseph, you get away from him. He just got out of jail. You get away from him." And the guy fucking runs. He runs out the door. And I just felt like a person who just missed a car accident. Like I stopped on the sidewalk, and right in front of me 2 cars collided, and a second later I could have walked right into that. That's what it felt like. Like, whoa, I just dodged who knows? Maybe it would have just touched me. Maybe it would have killed me. Who the fuck knows? This guy just got out of jail. Probably doesn't want to go back to jail again. Who knows? You know. And then the second time, I was about 13, and I was living in this place called Jamaica Plain, which is kind of like it's not the best part of Boston. It's a lower income. Used to be. I think now it's coming up, but back then it was kind of sketchy. There was parts that were real sketchy, and we would walk to this Jamaica Pond and go fishing there all the time, me and my friends. And there's this one dude who was a teacher, and he had been somehow or another been kicked out of teaching, and you know, he's living on some sort of a pension. He would just go jogging around the park. And would talk to us every now and then while we were fishing. Seemed like a real nice guy. And this guy dragged this shit out for months and months and months, where he would just come by and try to gain our trust and try to be nice. It was like super friendly. He would like bring us candy or sodas, and he was thinking about us. And I mean, this motherfucker was patient. He was really patient. Until one time I was there and I was alone, and he showed up and he was drunk. And it was really scary. Because he goes, "You know I love you," and I was like, "What?" I didn't know what to answer. I was fishing while this guy was saying this to me. He's sitting down on the grass, and I'm standing up, and I'm fishing, and he goes, "And you know, there really can't be true love without sex," and I go, "What?"
Oh my God!
And I just go, "What?" That's all I remember saying. I said, "What?" I go, "Man, you got to get the fuck away from me." And I had a knife. And so I put my hand in my pocket and I held on the knife, but I was thinking, man, I'm only 13 years old. I'm a little scrawny little pipsqueak. I'm like, this is a grown man. Like, this might be a fucking real problem here. Like, all my senses were at 10. I had no martial arts training, no nothing back then. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I was in a full-blown panic. And thank God this guy was not dangerous. He wanted me to want to do that. He wanted me to, like, fall into his thing, but he didn't want to rape me. So he had some crazy thing for young boys, but he didn't have a rape thing for young boys, fortunately for me. But if he did, I would have been or I would have tried to stab him, and who knows, probably would have taken the knife away from me and stabbed me. You know, who the fuck knows? You mean a little kid is not really a match for a grown fucking man. He was a big guy, too, but it was terrifying. And then years later, this dude wrote a letter to my fucking house, and that was really creepy, because somehow or another, this fucking dude knew where I lived. And I don't know how he knew where I lived. I never told him. I never gave him my address. This motherfucker found my address and sent a letter to my house talking about our friendship and all the times that we were together and the pressure that he was under because he was fired from his job. And I'm like, wow, did I dodge a bullet?
Did you show that to your mother, or?
I don't remember. I might not have, because I might have been embarrassed by it. I might have been embarrassed that I got that close. And, you know, the teenage years, especially for a young boy filled with angst, there's a lot of rebellion in those years. And there's a lot of I can handle it on my own. And there's a lot of you guys are fucking idiots and I'm not going to be like you when I get older. And so, you know, you kind of get a big head of steam. And when there's some sort of a perceived fuck up, like you were hanging around with some pedo and you didn't even know this guy was a weirdo, why didn't you tell me? So I didn't want to deal with all that.
Right.
I didn't want to deal with being criticized. So I just decided most likely to keep it to myself, unfortunately. But that's just because I was a teenage idiot. But that was scary. That's scary shit.
So since that time, when from 13 on, did you feel very suspicious of people?
Oh, yeah,
like once
totally.
that happens, it's like everyone has to win your trust, right?
Well, I really felt like I dodged 2 bullets because I always remembered that time in the library. And then feeling this, that I dodged the second bullet from this other guy. And this guy really creeped me out because he just seemed like a cool dude that was like an interesting guy. You know, we'd have some interesting conversations and he'd be like, you know, you're very intelligent for 13 years old. He's like, just buttering me up, man.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought he was just a nice guy, you know, and he was just looking for some young boy gay sex and just slowly trying to work his way into the picture.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. It's just that people are wired like that. That some people, that's their hot pussy.
But
you know?
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do, kind of, if you're wired, your kink is that. I was going to say,
I don't know if there is anything they can do or
No,
not.
you
I would have to
couldn't.
think that they have never done extreme doses of psychedelics, because I think that would
fix it?
straighten that shit right the fuck out. You would realize what you're doing, and you'd never be attracted to that again.
Yeah.
If there's a reset button that's available, it's the high dose psychedelic experience.
Well,